your taxes late or don't pay on time, the IRS can charge you. But if you owe penalties to the IRS, you can do something about it. CPA Kimberly Washington joining us now to tell us everything we need to know. So Kim, it's always so good to see you.
Thank you.
So what is the first thing someone should do if they owe penalties to the IRS?
Right, so first get an idea and understanding why. What is the reason that you do owe the penalties to the IRS? Of course, it could be for a couple of different reasons. Number one, if you paid late or even if you filed too late as it relates to the IRS. One thing you can do to determine, you can reach out to the IRS two different ways. You can look at your online IRS transcript, or you can call them at 1-800-829-1040 to find out that information.
Now, Kim, once someone finds out the why,
Yes.
what steps can they take to request relief?
Right. One of the big things I often talk about is first-time penalty abatement. This is such a big deal and so easy to obtain. You can pick up the phone, call the IRS and say, hey, do I qualify for first-time penalty abatement? If you do, the IRS will actually remove those penalties right there on the phone. So that's the first thing that you want to do. If you don't qualify for first-time penalty abatement, you can request what's called reasonable cause. You do have to complete a form, that's Form 843, and you have to mail it. And of course, you do have to provide a reason. Of course, that could be a natural disaster, a death in your family, or inability to get your record. So those are some steps that you can take, of course, to reduce your taxes and the penalties.
Now, Kim, let's say you've submitted your information to the IRS and you haven't been successful.
Yes.
What steps can you take?
Right. The first thing, of course, don't give up, right? So the next thing that you want to do is reach out to a professional and determine what other steps that you may be able to take. Because oftentimes, most professionals can work on your behalf and get better results. So that's the first thing you want to do. You can ask for a couple of different things. Number one, you can request that the IRS place an account or financial hardship account on your account rather, and that will give you an idea, of course, some time so that you can pay. The second thing that you can do, you can request a hearing from the IRS. So what you want to do is just say, hey IRS, I do want to appeal, so that they can review your case for the second time. So those are some steps that you can take.
Now, Kim, finally, where can people get more information on this?
Right, there's a cool tool on the IRS.gov website, and it's a penalty tool, online tool, and you can put in your information, determine what steps you do need to take. I'll tweet out the information at Kim sent so you can find out more information about this.
Well, there you have it, giving us everything we need to know to save on our bottom dollar and to save ourselves from the IRS.
Yes.
Kimberly Washington, as always, thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Have a great day.
You have the same.
Yes, ma'am.